Yo! What's up? Fears? Audience? Fears? What is going on, guys? Hope you guys are doing well. Forgive my laundry. Fears was doing laundry a couple hours ago, and I couldn't take it anymore, and I fell asleep. I needed some. I needed some rest. I needed some Betty buys. Anyway, guys, shout out to you. Shout out to the fans. Fears, I don't think I've ever drank a Wawa on camera. I don't think I have. I don't think I have. If I have, and I've forgotten, I apologize and remind me, the fans, remind me. As far as I know, I don't think I have. But anyway, I just wanted to finish. I just wanted to finish it on camera. I thought, well, why make more coffee? Because I have this coffee as a backup, you know. But I was like, I haven't finished those coffees, so I said I'll finish those, and then later on I'll make more coffee if I have to. Anyway, big shout out to the fans. I hope you guys are doing well. Hope you guys are doing great. Hope you guys are doing fantastic. Guess what? It's the start of the weekend. That's right. Fears has got his comfy clothes on. I'm ready to rock. I'm ready to roll. That was a long week of work, guys. I'm sure you guys can relate. You guys work just as hard as me. So whenever the weekend comes up, you know, you're like, all right, the weekend's here. I've worked hard all week. I just want to chill. I just want to hang out with friends. I want to have some me time. Fears always tries to make time for everybody. I make time for me, make time for my mom and give her a call, make time for my grandma. You know, make time for my friends. Speaking of which, me and Sam are going axe throwing on Saturday. Who will win? Who will win? Fears or Sam? Now, I don't know the rules, so either on camera or off camera in the vlog, I'm going to ask Sam, like, hey, Sam, do you want to explain the rules on camera, or do you just want to tell me them off camera, and then I can flip the camera on and be like, hey, all right, Sam just told me the rules. Here's what you got to do. Bada bing, bada boom. So I'm very excited. But I've been watching how you throw axes, and people just, like, go like that. No. You have to take it with two hands, or one hand, you know, if you're strong enough. And it's like this, and it's just right over the head, throw like that. Because if you just, like, chuck it, it won't stick into the wood. And you guys know how much of a perfectionist Fears is. So I want to throw it just right. Just right. Anyway, I've got some updates. So I don't know if you guys remember this guy. He was in the Tampa Toy vlog. He subscribed to my channel. I don't know if you guys remember the big Darth Vader guy. The big Darth Vader guy. Well, before I left the convention, I said, dude, your Darth Vader suit is amazing. I said, amazing. And he took off the helmet and was like, oh, thanks, man. Yeah, I really appreciate that. I said, no. I said, you don't understand. I said, your cosplay of Darth Vader is the best I've ever seen in my life so far. The suit is so detailed. And he went, yeah, he goes, I've been working on it for a couple of years now. And I was like, well, man, I said, dude, it shows. And so I said, hey, man, I said, do you think we could do like a collab video someday? Like maybe like have Darth Vader show up at Fears' house, like do a short film or something. He goes, oh, Fears. He goes, I just subscribed, you know, while I was at the convention. He goes, I watched some of your videos while he goes, because I took a break. He goes, I walked around for, you know, as Vader for, you know, 2 or 3 hours, and then I, you know, took the costume off and just walked around as myself. He goes, and when I was walking around with myself, he goes, I watched a video or two. He goes, yes, I would be honored. So, big news. I don't know when, but I may interview he calls himself the Tampa Vader. The Tampa Vader. I guess he's from Tampa. And he calls himself the Tampa Vader. And so I'm going to either interview the Tampa Vader, for you know, and probably put it on the main channel, or I will, or we're going to do some type of short film. I told Sam about it. Sam was like laughing his ass off, like, oh, Fears, that'd be fucking great. I said, I know, right? I said, wouldn't that be fucking great? Because I'm always trying to, you know, do better content, find better content, interact with more people, more interviews, more footage, more streams, more everything, you know? There's only so much daylight in one day, only so much footage one can have. But what is Fears' famous rule? You can never have enough footage. Anyway, God bless to the fans. The reason why I'm starting this stream at 8 o'clock is I was exhausted, guys. And again, Fears had so many errands to do today. As soon as I got off of work, I went home, took a shower, made some toast and some eggs, downed them real quick breakfast. Literally, I made like 2 eggs and like 1 slice of toast, put the eggs on the toast, cut it up, bada bing, bada boom, and then I was out the door. Because I just put in my vacation time at work, so I need to get all of my errands done in Florida, pay all my bills off, everything, so whenever July comes around, I'm not going to tell you guys when I'm going to go visit my mom and my grandma and my brother and everybody, but when those dates pop up, then I've got everything done, ready to rock and roll. So yeah. So that's the reason why I'm starting it at 8 o'clock, because I messaged Visions at maybe like when was it? 6:30, and I told him, I said, hey buddy, I said, just let everybody know, I said I was so tired after running all my errands. I took a nap, and then I said I'll be up. I took a shower, talked to my mom for a little bit, and then I was like, all right, Mom, I gotta go. I'm gonna start my live stream. She's like, all right. She's like, call me tomorrow, before you hang out with your friend Sam. I said, listen, Mom, I said, I definitely will call you before me and Sam go axe throwing. And she's like, you guys have fun. I said, we always do. So, all right, let's open up that chat. Let's open the chat, because I don't know what you guys are talking about right now, because I don't have the chat open. So let me open up the chat, see how you guys are doing, respond to all your comments, and we'll get a moseying. All right, there we go. For me and all right, cool. I've got 4 people watching, and so far no comments. All right, I just wanted to make sure, because I didn't want to get behind on the comments. So yeah, so that's basically the reason why I'm starting at 8 o'clock, is because I had so many errands. I had to go to the grocery store and just pick up a few things that I forgot to pick up last time. I did a Walmart, a super mini Walmart haul. I couldn't resist, I'm sorry. Went to the post office. I had to buy some more stamps because I was down to 2 stamps. Now Fears has got a whole bunch of stamps, but I was down to 2 stamps before I did that. What else did I do? Oh, I went to a different Goodwill. I was sick and tired of going to the same Goodwill. And I was like, you know what? I'm like, Visions encouraged me. He goes, Fears, you can find more stuff at like thrift stores, different Goodwills, flea markets. I still haven't done a flea market on camera. I need to do a flea market on camera. But anyway, let me switch it from top chat to live chat, so I get your guys' chat right when it comes in. You know, and as much as, and I gotta say, and I'm gonna say it as nicely as I possibly can, I hope one day me and Jason Cool become friends again. Well, I mean, how do I word it? We were friends. I think we still are friends somewhat. We just don't agree on certain things. But he's got his own mind. I've got my own mind. I hope one day we become like how we were before, like before we got into this big ass argument and all the stuff that started this bullshit. We were like pretty tight. So I hope we get. The reason why I'm bringing him up is Jason also inspired me to do like flea mart, deals. He inspired me to go to like Goodwill and stuff, because I didn't really go to Goodwills and stuff until I remember. I think maybe the first time I went to a Goodwill with him was in film school. I think. I'm not 100% sure, don't quote me if that's wrong. Uh, Jason has a way better memory than I do, but I remember one of the first few times was in college. Now all the convention stuff, that was all me, except the only thing, the convention, he said, Fears, you should go to conventions. It's up your alley. And I had no idea what he was talking about. I was like, what the fuck is Comic-Con? Had no idea. He gave me the website. The very first one was the Phoenix Comic-Con. But, so it was a tiny bit him, but most of it was me, because after the first convention, I was fucking hooked. And I said, wait a minute. I can interview, like, fucking celebrities. I can get cool-ass footage for my fucking channel. So, but yeah, so, Jason, even though we don't agree on a lot of stuff, or almost everything, I appreciate you inspiring me on those two things, buddy. I really do. I do. Fears has been trying to make amends with, excuse me. I've been trying to make amends with a lot of people in the community. The people that I feel like deserve amends. Now, some people I'm not going to make amends with because they don't deserve one, they don't deserve an apology. Two, I don't want their dumbass apology, and I don't want to be their friend. So yeah, so some people, we're always going to be at odds. I hate to say it, Quentin, we're always going to be at odds. He refuses to be a nice guy. But like, I'm astounded. And this is an update too. I'm astounded. Adam Bachidi, I never thought in a million years he could A, be nice, 2, be a decent guy. But again, you have to watch these guys because they flip-flop a lot. They can be your nicest friend, and then all of a sudden, hey, fuck you, Fierce, and then like we're gonna get back to destroying your life, So I have to be on my toes. So yeah. Anyway, give me 1 second. Someone is messaging me on my phone, and it sounded like it was my Facebook. So someone's going nuts. So either it's my brother, or maybe it's Sam. But I'm gonna find out who is messaging me on my Facebook. But anyway, yeah. So be on the lookout. I believe he calls himself the Tampa Vader. So when I was at that Tampa Toy Con, I walked up to him and I said, "Hey man," I said, "your cosplay of Darth Vader." I said, "How long have you been working on this suit?" I don't remember how long he worked on the suit. He said, "Oh," he goes, "this has been a process." And I think he said 4 years. But don't quote me. Because I don't know I don't remember the actual year, because I don't want to say 4 years and then like, let's say he comes on the show one day, because I'd love to interview him because he's a great cosplayer. Let's say he says, "Oh no, I've been working on the Vader suit for 8 years." Well, then Quentin will accuse me of being a liar. So I don't remember how long he has worked on the costume, but let's just say he's been working on it for a long time. So I gave him credit where credit's due. We kind of became friends, and that's another thing about conventions. I love making new friends, new contacts, new opportunities. Anytime I can, I'll always take another friend. Like Fears can never have enough friends and family in my life. I love my friends. I love my family. So the minute me and the Tampa Vader could be friends, I said, "You know what, man?" I said, "Look," I said, "your costume is fucking amazing. I'm just giving you props. I'm giving you," and he goes, "Oh," he goes, "Fears." He goes, "Thanks a lot." And he goes, he actually watched, I don't know how many videos. He said a video or two. That was his. He said, he goes, "At the con," he goes, "I subscribed to you after we filmed our little thing for your vlog." He goes, "I walked around for a couple hours as Vader." He goes, "Eventually," he goes, "in that costume, it gets hot." He goes, "I went into the bathroom, took it off, and then I just walked around as myself." He goes, "And before I subscribed, I checked out a video or two." I think he said he checked out a video or two on Fears Man 26. I don't know if he's ever checked out Fears vlogs, but he said, "I did subscribe to both." And I said, "Oh, thanks, man." I said, "Hey," I said, "I would love to do a collab project someday. Either have your Vader cosplay or like Vader in a short film, or a funny little sketch, or maybe like a funny little meme video, something, or like interview you in character, like interview Vader for the main channel. He goes, Fears, that would be sweet. And I said, what would you rather like? I said, would you like me to interview Vader, or would you like me to interview you, like the guy that's behind the mask? He goes, well, we could do both, Fears. And I said, you know what? I said, that's true. I said, we could do both. So I don't know. I don't know when. I don't know when we're gonna do this, but at some point, we did exchange numbers, and yeah. So anyway, let me see who's messaging the crap out of me. Okay. So it's 3 people. My aunt messaged me on Facebook, my brother, and then a dear friend from high school. Okay, well, I will get back to them. I will get back to them after the show. Yo, Visions, what's up? He says, what's up, my... Oh, Lord. All right, Visions, I saw that, buddy. I gotta watch what I say, man. Visions, you always take this stuff out of context. I was so tired when I messaged that to Visions. I had just woken up from my nap. I don't know why I put an N, buddy, at the end of my sentence. Probably because I type really fast. I've been known to talk really fast, and I've been known to type really fast. You guys know this. Like whenever I'm in the Discord, sometimes I'll be typing stuff, whether I'm in a normal mood or especially when I'm in a pissed off mood. If someone pisses me off, I'll type real fast. I mean, I got an A in high school for, in my typing class, Visions. I don't know if your high school had that, but they had a class that shows you how to type on the computer. I got an A, but I typed so damn fast that every once in a while I'll put an extra S or an extra M. So I gotta watch what I say, because Visions will put it in the Discord. I promise you, Scout's honor, I would never call anyone the N-word, because I have more respect for people. The N-word is a terrible, disgusting word, and I would never. So Vision said, oh shit, Fears, I thought it was cool. Well, I'm glad you thought it was cool, buddy. I did it by accident. I didn't mean to put an extra N. I don't know if it was 2 N's or 1 N. So, buddy, I apologize. But, man, you're not helping my case, Visions. You're going to get me in trouble with the trolls, Anyway. Big shout out to Visions. What's up, Visions? Okay, are you ready for this? I'll probably never wear an Exhumed Visions shirt at work anymore. I almost destroyed the grandma shirt, buddy, by accident. It wasn't even my fault. Last night, work was fantastic, except for this one little hiccup. And it wasn't even my hiccup. I felt bad for this person, so I went over and helped this person clean up. I don't know how, but the girl next to me, sometimes it's a guy that works next to me on the belt, sometimes it's a girl. So I'm working away. We've only got 40,000 last night. I'm like, oh, this is a walk in the park. Because remember, I said a couple days before we had whatever it was, 52,000, 53,000. So I was like, oh, well, I'm like, fuck. I'm like, 40,000 is a walk in the park. Oh, yeah, right on. I'm like, let's knock this out so then Fears can get on with his epic weekend, because I'm ready to relax, have fun, chill with the fans, make some content. As soon as I get done with this stream, I'm going to make some content. I just recorded my lines for Fierce Man 5. Randall said he's going to record his lines either Sunday or Monday, Visions. So anyway, I'm working away, right? Working away. Everything's going good. All of a sudden, I look down on the belt, and this package comes down, right? And it's got a little bit of white paint on it, right? And I'm like, well, that's random. And so I just kind of took my index finger and I tapped the top of the box, right? I thought, well, it's either dry or it's wet. And then I'm like, oh shit, it's wet. So I grab a paper towel, go like that, get as much of the white paint off of me as possible, right? Then I see more white paint running down the belt. And I'm like, where the hell is all this paint coming from? And then everything, and I said, well, maybe something was leaking because all the packages come from upstairs and they fly down the chute, right? And they fly down the chute and then they land on the belt, and then the belt is constantly moving this way. It's always moving forward. You grab them, you scan it, and say, oh, okay, box number 1A3. Well, 1A3 goes in the 1A bin in the truck, blah, blah, blah. So I'm working. I see more paint. I'm like, what? I'm like, where the hell is all this paint coming from? A couple minutes go by. I'm like, whatever, Fears. I'm like, maybe something just leaked upstairs. Like maybe a paint can leaked and it got on a box. Whatever. So then I have to use the restroom. So I told my female manager, I'm like, hey, can you cover me while I go to the bathroom? And she goes, yeah, Fears. She goes, I got you, no worries. And that's the first time in a long time I try to minimize myself stepping off the belt, So I always try to go to the bathroom. Like before I leave my apartment visions, I'll take a piss or I'll take a shit here. And then when I get to work, I'll try to go to the bathroom again. So there's no chance in hell that I'll get off the belt. Apparently the Crohn's, it wasn't bad last night, but it was a rumbling, a little bit. It was a rumbling. Not much, but a little bit. So I had to step off the belt once. So I guess this happened when I stepped off the belt. So I'm away, using the restroom. I come back, and I find out where all that white paint's coming from. My friend walks up and goes, "Oh, Fears, you missed it." I went, "Missed what?" And I told my female manager. I said, "Hey, thanks for covering me." I said, "Did I have a lot of boxes?" She says, "No, Fears." She goes, "You only missed like 3." She goes, "I already scanned them. I already put them in your truck. Don't worry about it." I said, "Oh, okay, cool," because that's my worst fear. Whenever I get off the belt, I'm like, "Oh, well, when I'm gone, what if there's like 20 packages waiting for me, and then I'll get behind?" So I was like, okay, cool. That's how cool my manager is. I have the best managers in the world. They're the most nicest people. They actually give a damn. You know what I'm saying, Visions? At the security depot, they didn't give a shit. They're like, Fears, you're a body. Show up, sit in your chair, look, do your security walks. We don't care about you. We don't care, all they were mouth visions. They literally, I had a manager at my security depot one time say, Fears, you're a body. We need a body to fit in a chair. That's it. He goes, I have no interest in talking to you. And I was like, oh, wow. I'm like, okay. But these people at the factory, they really care. So I was like, okay, 3 boxes, not too bad. I get back. My friend comes up and says, hey, oh, Fears, you missed it. And I was like, missed what? He goes, you know where all that white paint was coming from? And I said, no, why? He goes, there was a paint can. I guess the way he described it, I didn't see this vision. He goes, well, Fears, a paint can fell out of a box and was jamming up the belt upstairs, and it was leaking the paint slowly but surely on the boxes. He goes, and then the paint was dripping down onto the belt. I went, oh my God, that's where it was. And he goes, yeah. He goes, I saw you put your finger in, and I was like, yeah. I said, I didn't know where this paint was coming from. He goes, oh, but Fears, it gets worse. He goes, somebody upstairs must have tilted the paint can back like vertical, put it back in a box, and then when there was a girl next to me, when she grabbed the whole brown box, I guess she didn't know that the paint can was already leaking. When she grabbed it, bam, paint went all over the floor, all over the belt, and I felt bad, so I said, oh, God. I said, she's working beside me. I better go help her out. So they stopped the belt. We had to get tons of paper towels, wipe down the belt, and I almost messed up the grandma shirt because when I went to go grab another paper towel, the paper towel with all the paint on it, I was putting in the trash bin, and on the side here, I kind of got some white paint on the grandma shirt, buddy. I hope, I don't know for sure yet, because I'm washing the grandma shirt right now. I threw a whole bunch of laundry in. As you guys can tell, I'm going to try to finish all my laundry tonight, so I don't have to do it tomorrow night after me and Sam hang out. So right before this stream, I was doing all my laundry, so I'm folding everything. So I apologize for all the laundry. So the shirt is inside the washing machine. I don't know if you guys can hear my washing machine right now. I hope the grandma shirt, buddy, is not destroyed. Because I was like, and as I was throwing it away, like a little slither of paint. It's just like one little line, like it got like right here. And I'm like, and I literally said son of a bitch, but I said it quietly. I went, son of a bitch. I'm like, damn it. I'm like, one of my favorite shirts, the shirt that I got from Exhumed Visions. I'm like, I don't want to disrespect him. I'm like, fuck me. I'm like, god damn it. I'm like, now I got fucking white paint on one of my favorite shirts from your website. So I hope to God it's not destroyed, buddy. But I was like, well, I would feel like a dumb shit. Or not, a dumb shit's the wrong word. I said I would feel like a dick if I didn't, like, go over and help that girl clean up all the paint. Because she was like, she wasn't crying, but she was upset. Because she got paint all over her hands. The paint hit the belt. Paint hit, like, the floor in front of her truck. Some of the paint got in her truck. Paint got on one of her left shoe. She had paint like on her knee. So she got it, the worst of it. So I was like, well, I'm all about being a team player at work, many hands help get the job done. And I was like, well, Fears, you would be a dick if you just, continue to work on your shit down there and let them take care of all that. So I offered to lend a hand. And because that's how the type of guy I am. Like, because I was like, well, if something like that happened to me, I know those people would rush down and help me clean it up, right? So I went down, and she had it in her hair, and I didn't notice it until she pointed out. So we're cleaning it up. I'm putting all the stuff away, throwing all the paper towels, and then that's when it happens. I guess, like, when I was grabbing I kind of went like this here, like the trash cans over here. I was grabbing the paper towels, like, off the floor, bundled them up, grabbed it, and as I was putting it into the trash can, I guess it, like, brushed against my shirt, and I got some paint. I didn't even see it until the girl went, oh, Fears. And I went, yeah, what's up? She goes, you just got paint on your shirt. And I looked down, and I was like, oh, and that's when I let out a son of a bitch. I was like, oh, son of a bitch. And then she was like, I hope you didn't like that shirt. I said, I kind of did. I did. And then she's like, well, I hope that paint isn't permanent. I said, me too. I said, we'll find out. I said, when I wash it. So, fingers crossed, Visions. If it is, if the paint is left on there, I mean, I guess that just gives the shirt character, buddy. Worst comes to worst, I'll just buy another shirt off of exhumedvisions.com, I'll buy another grandma shirt, but I hope the paint comes out, and it's not much. It's only like it's a couple of, like, slithers of paint on this side, so I'll let you know, buddy. I hope so, fingers crossed. Anyway, let's see, what else has been going on? I think that's all the updates, buddy, but, we got the Sam hangout tomorrow. Who will win? Who will win? Fears or Sam? I don't know. We'll find out. We will find out. Sam's been talking a little shit. Not a lot of shit, because I haven't talked to him much this week. I guess he's been focused on, he's still taking care of his sister. He still lives with his sister. He's saving up his money to get his own place. And good on Sam for saving up his money and getting away from those horrible roommates of his. Now again, not all of some of his roommates were nice. His other roommates were fucking goddamn terrible. I hate to take the Lord's name in vain, sorry buddy, but they were. I mean, one of them pretty much didn't care about Sam's cat. Said, yeah, whatever, I killed your cat. Who cares? Sam, get over it. And I'm like, wow. I'm like, so much disrespect. I'd say the only two cool roommates there was the short girl. I forget her name. She was short, very skinny, probably shorter than me, and I know that's hard to believe because I'm a short guy. But she was short, skinny, and she had a black dog that lived in her room, and she was super nice. I don't recall her name. She was nice, and then his other roommate, Jaden, that would always kind of like dip his head in every once in a while and say hi, like whenever me and Sam were gaming. He's still friends with Sam. Sam's still friends with him. I'm still friends with Jaden. That guy's cool, but all the other ones were either fucking weird or so disrespectful or whatever the fuck they were doing. They were fucking weird. So yeah. Vision says that's always the worst win. Wait, that's always the worst when a brand new shirts get ruined. I know, right? It's always the worst feeling. I've only had that grandma shirt for what? Because I just got it in the mail, right? Visions. It was just like I think I've had it for like a week or two. I don't recall. I think 2 weeks. So I'm begging the almighty shirt gods that it's not ruined. If it is, like I said, buddy, it was only $10 on your website. I'll just rebuy it. I hope it's still on your website. Is the grandma shirt still up? Let me know. Vision says, okay, so maybe a roommate killing your cat is worse. Yeah, that's worse. That's worse. I'm just saying, one of the worst feelings in the world is when you love a shirt or you love a hat or something. I remember like when I had to throw away one of my favorite hats from high school and college because it got ripped or something. I was like, I think I was moving and I put the hat down. I don't know. I can't remember how, but it got ripped from like here to here. So it got torn or something. And I'm like, fuck. So I had to throw it away. But a lot of my, I don't buy a lot of new hats. I have to really like the hat to to either rebuy it or buy a new one. I just wear a lot of I mean, I've had this hat since the beginning of college, maybe even before that. But I like my hats. They're comfy. They're comfy, and let's see, voice to text, yikes, right, buddy? So I'm hoping that the shirt isn't destroyed. Anyway, long story short, we got all the paint cleaned up, or as much of it as we could. The night went on. We had a great night at work. We knocked it out. We knocked out the 40,000. The girl came by, and she said, "Hey, thanks, John, for all your help." I said, "No worry." I said, "You would do the same for me." I said, "If I spilled some paint." She goes, "Well, I didn't spill it." I said, "Yeah." So I said, "No." I said, "They told me that the paint was already leaking." But I said, "Why would they put it back into the box?" And then she said, "Well, probably because whenever it came down the belt, they probably thought, oh, she'll see it, and then she'll just put it in." Whenever something's damaged, like a box is damaged or a box is leaking, we have to grab like a little red bin, and we put the damaged box in a bin, and then we take it off the belt, and then we give it to someone else, and somebody else deals with it, because they either have to refund the person's money or, oh, well, obviously we can't ship this, it's damaged or destroyed or bent or whatever. And then they usually probably, the way I was told, I don't know if this is 100% true, but someone said if they can like retape the box and it's not too much damage, then they'll ship it. If it's completely damaged like that paint can, well, obviously they have to refund the customer's money and then give the customer their money back and say, look, we can't ship this, and then the customer has the inconvenience of rebuying the paint and blah, blah, all that crap, resending it. And so yeah, so I told her, I said, hey, no worries. I said, I'm happy to help. I said I could tell you were struggling. I said, you got paint on your knee, paint on your side, you got paint all over your hands, paint hit the floor, paint hit the belt. So I don't know, because I don't work on the weekends, buddy, so I don't know if they're going to like take a hose and try to wash off the belt, because it was a massive, like, big splotch of like white paint to hit the belt. So it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. But it's definitely fixable. I'm just hoping that white paint is not permanent. But you know, fears, I will not throw it away, buddy. I will not throw away the grandma shirt. I'll just buy another grandma shirt if I have to. We'll find out. I'm gonna check the washing machine before I throw it into the dryer before I go to bed, and we'll find out, buddy. We'll find out if it actually is if the paint won't come out. So fingers crossed. Anyway, today's topics are Walmart haul. I did a mini Walmart haul, and I have to change the title because I accidentally wrote it too fast, and I wrote Walmart HAU. I need to put an L on there, so I will do that after the stream. So Walmart haul. Pretend stories. I finally went to Gator's Dock restaurant. Gator's Dockside. I tried the food. I did the whole experience. Not a fan. Not a fan. I'll do my full review. So Pretend Stories, I know you were like talking it up. Maybe they were having an off day. The only thing that I liked about the Gator's Dock restaurant was the food. The food was phenomenal. The rest of the experience was horrible. So Pretend Stories, I hate to let you down. Fears is not a fan of Gator's Dockside. But I'll get into that review in just a little bit. And then the last vision, I've really been enjoying hashing these top 10 type of topics. Let's try to narrow down the top 10 best kills on camera in film history. You know, whether it's in a horror film or an action film, let's try to narrow it down. The best top 10 kills of film history. Anyway, let's get the Walmart haul out of the way. So normally I go to not Walmart. Hilarious. I see, that's how tired I am. It's not a Walmart haul, it's a Goodwill haul. So that's another thing I need to change after this stream is done. I'm telling you, man, Fears' mind is like the last couple of days, Visions. My mind has been like jello because I've been working so crazy hours. I apologize. It's not a Walmart haul. It's a Goodwill haul. I apologize. It's a Goodwill haul. I will change that right after the stream's done. So, I got sick and tired of going to the same Goodwill, Visions. I thought, you know what? I'll take Visions' advice. I said, I'll go to another one. So I Google it. And there's this one way out in like Winter Gardens, which is like ages away from where I live. And I thought, all right, well, I said, you know what? I said, I'll make a day out of it. I said, I'll go and do a Google review somewhere, you know, and go to a different lunch place, and I'll review it. Can't wait to write that Google review because Gator's Dockside, not a fan. The experience was horrible, buddy, and I'll get into it in just a second. So let's put it this way: I didn't crucify anyone's life, but the Google review was not good. It was not good at all. Anyway, and I'll get into it. So then I was like, well, you know what? I said, I'll make a day out of it. I said, you know, Visions, he goes to different thrift stores. He goes to different flea markets. I said, I always go to the same Goodwill, and I always go to the same Walmart. I said, Fears, you got to branch out. Branch out. Go to another Goodwill. So I go to another Goodwill. I will say this. I found some gems. Buddy. The Blu-ray area was very small, but what they had in that small little area, top notch, pretty good. But I will say the other Goodwill was way better. The one that I usually go to was way better than the one I went to today. But at least I didn't waste my time when I went there because, like I said, the little DVD/Blu-ray section they did have, found some pretty good gems, man. Found some pretty good ones. All right, so check it out. Here we go. First gem. I've seen this movie before, but it's been a while, Visions. You have got to check out this movie. It's so good. Clint Eastwood is in it, and let's see, did he direct it? Oh, he did direct it. So he stars in it and directs it. So I've seen this before. Stars in it, directs it. This guy's like 80 something or almost 90. I don't know exactly how old he is, but man, the guy does not stop. He keeps pumping out great content, and he's almost like 90 for God's sakes. I got Gran Torino. You've got to watch this, Visions. This movie is fucking amazing. I'm going to watch it tonight before I go to bed. So I finally have this in the collection. So this is the first one I found. I was like, oh, fuck yeah, bam, grabbed it right away. That was the first one. The minute I went over to the Blu-ray section, I'm like, ooh, Gran Torino. I've watched it. I don't have it in the collection. Bada bing, bada boom, grab it right away. Second one, I found Deadpool 2. Remember a couple of weeks ago at Walmart. I believe it was at Walmart. I don't think I found that one at Goodwill. But Fierce finally found Deadpool 1. Deadpool 1. So now I've got Deadpool 1 and Deadpool 2. Yes. Finally, it took me a while to find the first Deadpool at a Goodwill or a flea market or a Walmart or wherever. Vision. Oh, someone texted me. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Someone texted me. Give me 1 second. Oh, it's Sam. Oh, nice. All right, cool. So Sam says, "Yo, Fears, sorry I got off of work late. Yeah, I'll probably come over in the afternoon if I'm staying the night. Probably 4-ish. We'll go get food, go axe throwing, then around 7 o'clock, and we'll grab some drinks and get messed up." Nice, buddy. Nice. I'm looking forward to it. All right. Well, there it is. All right, so Sam's coming over at around 4-ish. Sounds good to me. Rocking and rolling. Well, what's great is I don't have to pay for anything because the last 2 hangouts, I took care of Sam. So Sam's going to take care of me tomorrow. Let's see. Vision says, "Yeah, I used to go to several thrift stores every week, but I haven't been to many lately. Glad you found something new." Yeah, I found a new one. I don't know if it'll be my permanent one, Visions, but I've been trying to get out more and, like, because we all know it takes a lot for Fears to change. You know, I sometimes like change, other times I don't like change. But change is good sometimes, you know. Not always, but it's good sometimes. So I said, Fears, go somewhere else. Try something, you know. Try something new. So I did. So yeah. Gran Torino rocks. Oh, it does, Visions. It does. Oh my gosh. And then some, man. Such a good movie. Be sure to check it out, guys. If you have not checked it out, watch this movie. So good. So good. Then I got Deadpool. Yo! D-Man, what's up? D-Man says, Visions. Psst. Hope you're having hope you are doing good. Crazy about the paint accident. Well, it wasn't my paint accident. It was the girl's paint accident, but yeah. So, D-Man, I'm hoping, I'm praying that the shirt is... I didn't get much paint on the grandma shirt, but I got some paint on it. We'll see if it's completely destroyed. If anything, it's going to give the I Love Grandma shirt some character, but it's probably going to be the last time I wear an Exhumed Vision shirt to work. Because I love those shirts, and I don't want them to get messed up. You know? So, anyway, worst comes to worst, it's only $10 on exhumedvisions.com. By the way, go and check it out. Very cool shit. Buy some cool shit. And I'll rebuy it. Alright, D-Man. I need an update on the squirrel video. When the fuck is the squirrel videos coming? When? I need me some squirrel videos, buddy. If you guys have not checked out D-Man's channel, oh my god. Whenever he's not fiddly farting around in his garden, he's making squirrel videos. If he's not doing the squirrel videos, then he goes on these adventure vlogs. Like, I loved it when I hope you still kept that cabin footage. D-Man stayed in an actual, like 1800s cabin for a weekend. It looked fun, buddy. You know, in your little vlog. But I do love D-Man's little adventures. Nothing against the garden. I do like the garden. I'm just not a gardener. I never have been a gardener. But I appreciate your garden. Your garden looks amazing, man. It looks amazing. D-Man says, I'm really working on one. All right, good. Good. I hope so. Anyway, let's continue on with the haul. So, Vision so far, bada bing, bada boom. All right. Now, I took a chance on this next one, Visions. I've never heard of this movie. I've never seen this movie. I read the back cover and I was like, this could be potentially good. So Visions, let me know if you've ever watched this movie, because like Visions and like me, Visions has watched a hell of a lot of movies like Fears has. So whatever I haven't watched, Visions has probably watched it, and whatever Visions hasn't watched, I've probably watched it. But I've never heard of this one, buddy. I've never seen it. I just flipped the DVD, read the back of the Blu-ray, and was like, all right, I'm sold. It sounds pretty cool. It's an action adventure. So I'm like, I'll give it a whirl. I said if I don't like it, I only wasted $1, because all Blu-rays are $1. At, I think it's either $1 or $1.99 at Goodwill. Just DVD, they're like 50 cents. So if you don't like it, you're only, wasting $1.99. So again, I've never heard of this one. Bam, Battleship. Never heard of it, but it's got the guy from Taken in it. Have you ever seen this, Visions? I've never heard of it. But it sounds like a big action thriller adventure, a big bold blast of explosive fun. That's what it says on the back. Lots of bonus features, so I thought, you know what? I'll give it a whirl. So we'll see if it's any good. And as always, after Fierce watches it, I will review it for you guys. So we'll see. We'll see if it's any good. All right. Next one. Now, I've seen this one, Visions. I've just never had this in my collection until now. I remember watching this a long time ago, and I remember it's kind of like one of the very first, it's not the first parody movies, but it's one of the first ones. And they do a lot of parody shit in it. They do a lot of maybe they did it without meaning to do it, but they put a lot of memes. They put a lot of memes in this video, or in this movie, without even knowing it. You know what I'm saying? It was like the start of the meme area, and all the parody movies, like Scary Movie, Epic Movie, all that shit. So the minute I saw it, I was like, oh, I remember when I was a real young guy when this came out, and I remember watching it. So now it's in the collection. Meet the Spartans. That hilarious parody, and it's got that hot chick in it. Whatever the hell her name is. What the hell is her name? She was in Scary Movie. She's the big-breasted chick in Scary Movie that gets killed right off the bat at the beginning. What the hell is her name? Carmen Electra. Carmen Electra. She is hot, man. Woo! God, see, listen, I'm telling you what, Visions. Listen, I don't care who Mrs. Fears is, but like Mrs. Fears does not have to be like a perfect 10, but Fears deserves a Mrs. Fears. Why can't I find some fucking women like this, man? God damn. Or something like this, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, I got this. I know it's going to be funny, because I've already watched it ages ago, so I need to scrape off this sticker as best I can, but as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh shit, I remember when I was a young guy watching this. Now I'm old and boring. I said, this has to be in the collection. So, Meet the Spartans. Right on. Anyway, Visions, let me know. Let me know, Visions. Have you seen this? Have you seen this one? Let me know. Let me know if you've seen this one. Has anyone seen this movie? Anyone in the chat, if you've seen this movie, let me know how it is, because, again, I've never heard of it, I've never seen it, but I read the back cover and I was like, alright, sounds like a very cool, solid action adventure. What the hell, I'll give it a go. Alright, next on the list. This next one I've seen. I just don't have it in the collection, and it's really good. It's really good. Bam! Juno. It is a good movie. It's a funny, romantic kind of comedy, but I thoroughly enjoyed it when I watched it when it came out. I just don't have it on Blu-ray until now. So, yeah, The funny thing about this, though, is now Ellen Page is now... Oh, what's his name now? Because now Ellen is a he. I think it's Ethan Page. I think he changed. It's a she-he now. She-he. It's either Edward Page now or Edwin Page. I don't recall what she turned. Well, she turned into a guy. Not making fun of him, but she turned into a guy. I just don't remember what she changed her name into. So this was before she was a girl. And then I guess she had to come to Jesus and was like, I'm not comfortable being a girl. And now she's a guy. So yeah. I don't recall what she changed her name into, but I wish him luck. I wish him luck. Again, I don't know why she had to change into a guy, because when she was a girl, she was pretty hot. Ellen was pretty hot as a girl. But everyone's entitled to their own life, so I wish him luck. I wish him luck. So yeah. So I can't wait to watch it. It's been a while since I've seen this movie. It's been a while, buddy. So I haven't seen this in a long time, Vision. So I can't wait to sit down and watch it. But the one that I'm really looking forward to is this one. Hopefully it's good. Vision says, no, I've never seen that one or the Spark one. Oh, buddy, you have got to see this one. This is a total, parody. You know how, Visions, you've seen Scary Movie. This is like Scary Movie on crack. They basically just parody the shit out of all those Spartan movies, like Spartan 360, all the Spartan movies, all the old ones and all the newer ones. Like one guy in one scene of this movie, I remember he takes a spray can, and instead of working out, he just spray paints on his abs, and they instantly become perfectly pecked abs. And then he's like, "Oh shit!" He goes, "I gotta go to work," and then he grabs a spray can, and goes, shh, and the guy, and then the other guy says something like, "What the fuck are you doing?" And then he just turns around and he's got perfect abs. And I just fucking lost my goddamn mind. So watch it, buddy. It's like one of the it's not the very first meme/parody videos. There's a lot of memes in it. And they put memes in it without even knowing it. But it was one of the very first parody movies. I think they made this right after they made Scary Movie. So I think all the Scary Movies came first. And then I think this one came next. But as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, this is fucking hilarious. And then last but not least, I guess you would call this a horror film, Visions, but it's also a romantic comedy. I've heard of it. I've never seen a frame of it, though. I've heard of it, though. But my friend said, hey, Fierce, if you ever find this at Walmart or if you ever find it out in the wild, like in a Goodwill, you've got to get it. So maybe you and Mrs. Visions have seen this one, Visions. Have you ever seen Warm Bodies? So apparently, it's like the end of the world, and this was her boyfriend. He gets bit by a zombie, and then he becomes a zombie, but instead of him trying to eat her brains, he's like, well, even though I'm dead, I still love you. And it's like their relationship where it's a normal human trying to date a zombie, and he's all zombified. And I was like, all right, well, I love zombie movies. I've never seen a zombie romantic comedy. So I'm like, why not, Fears? It's only $1.99. So, Visions, have you seen this? Let me know. It looks funny, though. It's I think it's got everything. It's got horror elements in it. And then in the description, it's got some action sequences. It's a romantic comedy. It is a comedy. It's a romance kind of video. You know, a guy and the girl. Hey, just because I'm dead doesn't mean I don't love you. I came back from the dead for you. Yeah, death isn't going to take me down. So I was like, it could be pretty good. So, never seen it, though. I've heard about it. heard about it, but I've never seen it. So, anyway, to recap, this is the I keep saying Walmart. This is the Goodwill haul. Boom. 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 Spunk. Nunk. There it is. All right. All right. Let's see. Vision said never heard of that one. Okay. All right. Well, check it out, buddy. I think that's a movie that you and Mrs. Visions could sit down and watch. I know you guys are goth. You know, you love all those fucking horror movies and goth and whatever, the fucking chain with the ball putting it in someone's mouth and shit. I don't know. There could be a ball with a chain on it in that, you know, I don't know. Ever since you and, what's your other friend's name? What the fuck is Twinkle Toes' name? Ever since you told me about that, Visions, it's so gross. Not that you and Mrs. Visions do that. I don't know. Maybe you guys do. I don't know. Whatever floats your boat. I don't see why someone would want to do that, you know? I mean, Fears has got to be a little kinky, a little naughty with girls, you know? But not that kinky. I don't get it. Like, yeah, let me, you know, force a ball in someone's mouth and tie it around their face, you know? It's like a leather strap with like a red ball. It doesn't make any fucking sense. I don't know. It's fucking weird to me. But everybody out there that does that, to each their own. To each their own. I'm not trying to offend anyone, but I don't get it. I know it's probably like a fetish or something like, yeah, I'm going to make you my bitch. Put this ball in your mouth, you know. I command you. Put it in your mouth, bitch. It's probably like a fetish or some shit. I don't know what type of fetish it was. The same thing with the fucking, someone told me like there's like tails that girls wear. Like they want to be a dog or something. It's weird. I think Pixel told me about this. He goes, oh yeah, Fears. He goes, there's like this little ball, and they shove it up their ass, and then attach the ball is like this little kind of like tail, and it turns them into a fox or like a dog or some shit. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with people? I just can't imagine going up to my girlfriend, babe, I got you a gift. Oh yeah, babe, what is it? It's a tail. Shove it up your ass and let's go. Let's go to town, you know? The girl would probably look at me and go, Fears, you're fucking nuts. I'm not putting that up my ass. So, I just couldn't do that to my girlfriend. I don't know. There's some weird shit out there. There's some really weird shit. Vision says, maybe that's why you're not getting dates. Well, maybe. To each their own. You know what I'm saying, Visions? I'm kind of an old-fashioned guy. I mean, I'm not really adventurous when it comes to sex, you know? I like the boobies. I like girls' asses. There's enough to focus on without, like, putting balls in your mouth and fucking tails and shoving a tail up some girl's ass or whatever. To each their own, you know? So, no, I think the reason why I'm not getting dates, it's just... probably bad luck. I mean, I've been putting myself out there. I've done all the stuff. You know, I did all the dating sites. One of them said the best way to get a date is constantly keep changing your photos. He said, like, what if you go by 6 months and you have the same photos up? I said, in 6 months, switch up the photos. So and I put a very detailed profile. So I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just bad luck, but I mean, I'm in no rush. Whenever she comes, she comes. But I'm not making fun of those people that have fetishes. It's just not for me. The fetish thing with the ball and all that stuff, it's just not my thing. I don't get that, why people do that. But again, I don't have to understand it. It's just whatever people are into. Anyway. It says, do you think LC and his wife have a tail? I don't know. It's a good question. None of my business. That's how I'm going to respond to that, Visions. It's none of my business. Anyway, this is empty. So time to go to coffee number 2. Coffee number 2. Cheers. I don't know. Sorry for bringing it up, Visions. I was just like, I'll get Visions' take on this. I'm like, I don't know. The fetish thing, I just don't get it. But again, to each their own. If people are into it, go for it. Go for it. All right. That's the end of the I keep saying Walmart haul. God, I'm so tired. That's the end of the Goodwill haul. That's like the 4th time I've said Walmart. That's the end of the Goodwill haul. All right. So, time for the Gators Dock restaurant review. Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord. So, I walk in, and already I'm like, I just had a feeling it was not going to be good. I don't know how all these flies got in the restaurant. I counted 5 flies just buzzing around my head, buzzing around everywhere. Thank God a fly didn't land on my food, right? So already I'm like, okay, so either they kept the door open, maybe on a nice like summer day, because the sun was out today. It did rain after lunch, but it didn't rain for long. I think it rained for about an hour or two. And now at night it's kind of drizzling, but it eventually started raining, stopped, and then now it just started up like before the stream, and it's kind of drizzling outside. So maybe like some of the day, but I don't know. Just I would prefer when you're in a restaurant not to have 5, 6, 10, 11, 12, 20 flies flying around. So that was strike number 1. I was like, oh, God, I'm like, there's flies. Like, flies are so nasty. They've got so many diseases. I said, if a fly lands on my food, I'm not fucking eating it, So, that was number 1. Number 2, I went to go use the restroom. The restrooms were fucking terrible. It's like they didn't clean the restroom, like, they've only cleaned the restroom once for a week. There was paper towels everywhere. There was, the floors were sticky. I'm like, oh, this is fucking disgusting. So that was strike number 2. I will say the only thing that was the lifesaver, I got some Gators Dockside sliders. The sliders were amazing. Amazing. They were so good. But I didn't cause a scene. I just said, Fears, just observe and report like how you did as a security officer. Later, you can put all the horrible things in a Google review, because I tell the truth in my Google reviews. I'm blunt, but I'm fair. So in my Google review, I'm like, too many flies at this location. Get rid of the flies. Clean the bathroom more than once a week. Because it was that bad, Visions. I kid you not. I was just like, wow. The tables, they were all sticky. That's disgusting, I will say this. They had a massive bar. The bar looked fantastic. I had to drive, so I couldn't get a beer. I guess I could have gotten one, because one won't kill you. But I was like, nah, I don't feel like drinking. I said, me and Sam are going to drink tomorrow. So I'm like, nah. So anyway, the food was only the life-saving thing, Visions. The food was top-notch. I will say this. The service, the waitress, she was very nice. The waitress was very, very professional. So was the manager. They were both very nice. The parking, if you go there, you don't have to worry about parking. Parking is massive. The parking in the front and the back of the restaurant, pretty good. So, I mean, I found a parking space right up front. You know how, like, some restaurants you have to drive around in a circle because if it's a popular restaurant, you're going to drive around for a little while trying to find a spot. Not this place. There was a stop sign. I took a right at the stop sign. Bam, right into the parking lot. I kind of looked around for about a minute. I'm like, oh, there it is. So I'm like, I would rather wait a minute and look around than drive around for 10 minutes. So I found one right in the front. I'm like, sweet. But so, yeah, so I'm probably going to rate the restaurant. Oh, well, I did. I just haven't told you guys. I rated the restaurant a 3. So it's kind of in the middle. It's not good, but it's not bad. It's just kind of, meh. Will Fears ever go back? If they revamp it and clean everything up, then yes. If not, not a fan. Probably won't be back. So as of right now, not a fan. Not going back. So anyway. But again, they could have had an off day, Visions. And that's only one Gators doc. So maybe one day I'll go again with another friend, and I definitely won't be back to that one. Because that one was horrible. But maybe I'll try another one in Florida, and hopefully the next one is a better experience. Just, the flies were really disgusting. I counted 4 or 5 flies, and I'm like, this is annoying. Because they're all buzzing around while I'm trying to enjoy my lunch. But I will say, the sliders were, as Tommy would say, top quality. Amazing sliders. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good food. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. Time for the last topic. And the one that I've been looking forward to. Because Visions is a horror master like Fears is. All right, buddy. But I know some of the kills are going to come from horror. But there's also kills that happen in, like, action movies and sci-fi. So, guys, get your thinking caps on. Let's try and do the top 10 kills in film history. It's going to be hard, Visions, but I would say one of the very first ones. I mean, I got to go to, I wouldn't classify it in this order, but one of the first ones that come to mind is the legendary, I think it happens in it's either part 7 or part 8 of Friday the 13th, where Jason, and of course it's some dumb, big-breasted bitch, in a yellow tent, and she's like, I'm ready, honey, let's make love. Ooh la la, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm like, you're such a fucking airhead. I'm like, you're gonna die in about 8 seconds. I'm like, you're not even gonna get to make love to your idiot boyfriend, because why the fuck are you camping in Camp Crystal Lake after 1 million murders have taken place? I'm just like, these people are so fucking stupid in these horror movies, you know what I'm saying, Visions? I'm like, the minute I would find out, like some people got killed at a camp, yeah, I probably should find a new camping spot. Same thing with Sleepaway Camp. When I watched the first one, like the cop is, that scene, Visions, where the cop's like, well, I mean, this isn't the first time it's happened, I'm like, yeah, it's happened like what? One guy got his face burned off with hot water, then another one dies in the fucking lake underneath a canoe and shit. I'm like, you see a pattern here? Hello? And then all of a sudden the camp owner's like, well, it could be an isolated incident. I don't think we'll, shut the park down. I think that's over-dramatizing. We'll keep the park open. You're a fucking idiot. Close the goddamn park down. That kind of shit, I'm just like, you guys are fucking morons. But again, it wouldn't be a horror movie if they would just close it. In real life, people would close it up, you know what I'm saying? But that's the kind of stuff that just irks me, Visions. When I'm watching a horror film, I'm like, oh, you fucking people are so dumb. That's what makes them kind of funny. I'll laugh my ass off. I'm like, you're definitely not going to be right back. The classic line, I'll be right back. Nope, you're a fucking idiot. If you go down that creepy tunnel in that cave, you're not coming back. You're not coming back. You'll probably last about a minute down that cave. Some creature in that cave will come out, fucking gnaw on your neck, and then you're done for. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, the first death that comes to mind, Visions, I don't know if it happens in part 7 or part 8, but that girl's about to make love to, her boyfriend. Oh, make love to me. You can see her breast, and she's in the fucking sleeping bag and shit, and she's in the yellow tent. Jason just comes in like a bat out of hell, schnunk, cuts the yellow tent, cuts it down, opens up the yellow tent, grabs the girl in the sleeping bag, sticks her head back into the sleeping bag, ties it, and then he just goes, wham, hits her once against a tree, and then he throws the sleeping bag down. She comes flying out of the sleeping bag. Her nose is all fucked up. Her eyeballs hanging out. she's done for. I'd say that's one of the most iconic Jason deaths. So I would say number one. That's number one. So we've got 9 left. 9 left. 9 left. So start throwing some ideas out, Visions, and everybody else in the chat. That was the first go-to one. And they don't all have to be horror movies. Like the next one, I would say another good one is Rambo has got so many epic deaths. You know, because there's 5 films. Almost every death he does is pretty iconic. He either stabs somebody or you know those explosives, Visions, that he puts those explosives on his arrow and then he shoots the arrow, and then like in number 2, that fucking Chinese guy is like shooting him. Rambo's like, yeah, go ahead and shoot me. I don't care. Well, this guy is like a horrible shot, right? Oh, there's bullets flying all around Rambo. Rambo just does this. Like he's way off into the distance, like shooting like his 9mm. Rambo, like a badass, just grabs an arrow, screws on, you know, the explosive, pulls back, right? Pulls back, and then the guy, and then Chinese guy realizes, like, oh shit, I fucked up. He starts to run away, and when he turns around, bam, in the chest with an arrow, and then his body blows up. So it's going to be hard to pick just one Rambo kill, because they're so good. I would say one of my favorites is in the 5th one, where he finally gets the bad guy at the end. He shoots arrows one arrow into this shoulder, and he pins him against the wall. Another one in this shoulder. Then he puts an arrow in his leg, and he pretty much puts an arrow in this leg, pins him to the barn door, right? And then puts one, yeah, so one here, one here, one here, one here. Takes out the Heartstopper knife, right? Goes, bam, just cuts him from pretty much from here to here, right? Opens up his chest, pulls out his heart, pumps his heart, and then throws it on the ground. I would say that's number 2. I mean, that's one of the most epic, and there's so much blood in that scene, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was a little, like, my stomach gets a little squeamish sometimes if it's, a little blood is fine, a little gore is fine, but if it's like intense gore, like nothing against Visions, when I saw that trailer for the Merman thing, Visions, that you want me, I could barely get through it. I was like, God damn, there's so much blood in this. That's probably the bloodiest trailer I've ever seen. I know I've said that to you, buddy, before, but when we hang out, I know you're gonna say it off camera, Vision. Like, come on, Fierce, you can do it. We're watching the Merman, and I'm gonna be like, Visions, look, I love you, buddy, but I'm like, I'm definitely not watching that movie. So, anyway, so that Rambo one, again, there's so many Rambo kills, it was hard to pick just one. But I would say the Heartstopper one. He pulls out that Heartstopper knife, and the knife's like that fucking long, right? Gung, opens up the fucking chest, just grabs like the villain's heart out. He literally just looks at it, squishes it, and throws it down, and then you see the guy like discombobulate like that, and then his head just goes like that. And I'm like, dude, such a cool death, man. Or not, well, death's the wrong word. Because there's a thing about dying on camera, and then there's a kill. Kill and death is different, you know? Like, a kill is like when the villain or the hero kills somebody, and then a death in a movie is where, like, the person's sick, or or someone tries to kill them, and then they have, like, the monologue scene where they're like, oh, I don't think I'm going to make it, and then, like, their eyes start getting sleepy, and then they just, fall over and die. So, yeah. So, I would say, out of all the Rambo deaths, because I've seen every single one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the Heartstopper kill at the end of number 5, Last Blood Visions. Again, it was hard to pick just one Rambo kill, because he kills people in the most creative ways. Stabbing them, he hangs some guy, then he In the third one, he takes one of those blue lights and ties it to an arrow, shoots a guy like in the arm with the arrow, and then the villains see the blue light hanging from the guy. They think it's Rambo, and then they just turn, and the villains shoot another villain and put 8 bullets in him. And I'm like, oh shit. So not only does he get stabbed in stabbed in the arm with an arrow, right? He gets 4 or 5 fucking bullets in him from his fucking villain buddies. I'm like, oh shit, that's overkill. You know what I'm saying? So it was hard just to pick one. So I would say number 2 is the Heartstopper kill. Number 3, let's see here. Visions is saying a couple of options. American History X, Curb Stomp, Maniac Shotgun through the windshield, My Girl Bees. I've never seen that, Visions. I've never seen American History X. I have seen, yeah, that one's good. The Nightmare on Elm Street one. That's so much blood, dude. He gets sucked into a bed. I would say that's number 3. That's number 3. For sure, dude. The Johnny Depp bloodbath scene. He's typical 80s kid watching television as he's jamming out to his fucking Walkman, you know. He's got his Walkman on. He's all bebopping away. All of a sudden, a hand, the Freddy hand with the glove, pops out of the fucking, bed, grabs him by the waist, and just sucks him into the bed. And then all of a sudden, blood comes flying up, hits the ceiling. There's blood fucking everywhere. I'd say that's number 3. Good suggestion, buddy. But I've never seen the Curb Stomp from American History X. Vision says, Gilbert, great, the fat mama. Yeah, she dies, and then, because she's so fat, they don't want to disrespect her, because they said it's going to take a crane to get her out of there, and then we're going to put her into a coffin, and then the family's like, no, we don't want to do all that. We're just going to move all of our furniture out, and we'll just burn the house. They burn the house down with her inside. That is an iconic. So I'm going to add it to the list, buddy. So I would say that's number 3. Oh, no, I'm sorry, number 4. So far we got the Jason sleeping bag kill. Number 2, the Heartstopper kill. The Nightmare on Elm Street getting sucked into the bed kill. The mama one. That's number 4. All right, number 5. Oh, yeah, that's another one too, Vision. That one's iconic. The Temple of Doom one. Where the guy is I don't know what he's like. He's murmuring something. He's like, oh, num shibi, oh, num shibi, oh, num shibi, oh, num shibi. And the guy's going fucking, he's in a trance or some shit. And then the guy brings out that fucking cup, you know, with the fucking blood in it. Pours the guy fucking blood down his throat or some shit. You know, he's got that weird, and he also gives that cup of blood to Indiana Jones, and he kind of puts him in a fucking trance or some shit. And the guy just goes, nunk, stab, just his whole fist just goes right into the guy's chest cavity, pulls out the heart, and the guy's still alive. That's the only difference between the Heartstopper one and the Indiana Jones one. In the Heartstopper one, he instantly dies. Because this guy's in a voodoo trance, the guy pulls out his heart. He's still alive for some reason. Then they lower him down into this fire pit and burn him up. Then the heart gets burned up too, while the guy's holding the heart in his hand. So I would say that's definitely number 5, buddy. Definitely number 5. Good suggestion. That's a good one. I forgot about that one. That one's really good. Vision says, Boys in the Hood, football star drive-by. I've never seen Boys in the Hood. I've heard about it, but I've never seen it. So it could be an iconic death, but I'm not going to add it to the list because I've never seen it. All right, number 6, I would say it's such an iconic death, would be John Carpenter's remake of The Thing, where at the end, Visions, let me know if you like this one. Kurt Russell's character has had enough of The Thing. He the thing is turned into 9 different things. So it's a combination of all the things that the creature has changed into. And then Kurt Russell's character takes the stick of dynamite and he goes, yeah, fuck you too. And then launches the fucking dynamite. Then he does like a forward like dive into a roll, runs, and it just blows up the entire creature to bits. But again, I don't know if he actually killed him because one little microscopic organism can turn into something else. But I'm gonna add it to the list because it's so iconic. Like, it's so powerful. He's pissed, beyond belief, Visions, and he's like, "Yeah, fuck you too," and then launches the dynamite. So that's a sci-fi kill. It's not really a horror movie. It's half. It's half a horror movie, half sci-fi. So a sci-fi horror kill. That's number 6 for sure, in my opinion, buddy. I don't know if you like John Carpenter's The Thing. I think you do, Visions. I think we've talked about this before, but I'm drawing a blank, so I don't know if you like that one. All right. How about Cannibal Holocaust Impaled? I've never seen that one either, buddy. So I can't add it to the list because I've never seen it. But I do agree with your Fat Mama one and the Temple of Doom one. But yeah, number 6 is definitely that one. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. All right. This is going to be hard. Number 7. Okay. Buddy, I got to go with the fucking Tarman kill. The fucking Tarman kill. Again, I don't know if you can actually kill the Tarman because in Return of the Living Dead, it's not your typical zombie film. That chemical that gets sprayed on the fucking zombies, they actually cut up the zombies. Like the yellow zombie that like comes chasing out of the fucking freezer. Bert and the other guy, Frank, they chop up that guy and all the body parts keep moving. But I gotta add it to the list. Where it's Spider, all the fucking punk rock guys. He's like, open the fucking door. Open the fucking door. And then Bert has got the bat. And then the door flies open and the fucking tar man's like, brains. And then Bert's like, yeah, fuck you and fuck your brains. Nope. Knocks the fucking tar man's head off. And the head goes flying that way. And then they push down the body. So I'm going to add it. That's number 7, for sure. I don't know. What your thoughts on it, Visions? That one's good. That's one of my favorite scenes. And then my second favorite scene, buddy, is when they run for the car. That one's the most iconic fucking scene. They get to the car, and then Spider's just fucking pissed beyond belief. He's like, we gotta get closer, man, or we'll never make it like this. And he's like, we gotta split. And he's like, no, we can't split. And then they fucking run away, and then the girl's like crying. She's like, those jerks, they left us. They fucking left us. And then the fucking Ernie is the guy with the track suit on. He's like, Bert'll send help. I know he will. And he's like, and then the girl's all like, they left us. And he's like, they had to. And then it just cuts to inside the car, buddy. And if I ever make a movie, I swear to God, I'm gonna recreate this scene. Like Randall's sitting in the back, and then Visions is sitting up front, and Fears is driving, and I just picture like Visions like screaming at Fears, like, Fears, what are you doing? Like, we can't just leave him. And then I'm gonna recreate Bert's thing. They would have turned the goddamn car over, and we'll send help. And like, bullshit, you fucking coward! Those are my fucking friends. Said we'll send help, man. And then he's like, fuck you. And then he almost runs over like 3 fucking zombies on the way out of the fucking cemetery. He's like dodging them, and then the fucking zombie, the last waking moment's like, oh, fuck me shit. And he like jumps out of the way, and then Bert's all like, hang on, here we go. And then he fucking just like barrels through the fucking like cemetery gate, keeps fucking going. Then Spider's like cursing a mile a minute. What the fuck we gonna do? What the fuck, man? And he says fuck about, I kid you not, Visions. Like, if you had to do a fuck count, he says fuck in that movie at least 30 times, if not more. Then Bert's all like, we're gonna find a phone, call the cops. Then a fucking army of zombies are fucking, not just walking down the street, fucking running down the street, screaming their fucking heads off, brains, going ballistic. And then Spider's all like, what the fuck? And then you hear Bert going like, oh, Jesus H. Christ. They back up. Here's where I don't agree with it. What? You've got a car. Just back up, floor it, and just run over the fucking zombies and just powerhouse through it, right? But that idiot, Bert's like, oh, fucking back to the warehouse. Backs up, goes to the fucking warehouse. Why would you go back to the fucking warehouse? I don't know. Anyway, the Tar Man scene happens before that scene. Oh, no, wait, I'm sorry. Wait, I haven't seen it in a while. No, the Tar Man death scene happens after they crash the car, and then the punk rock girl and the guy with the fucking suit on unlocks the door. They get in there. Then to get down in the basement to call the army, they have to kill the Tar Man and get him out of... That's right. So that happens after. I apologize, buddy. Usually my Return of the Living Dead history, I'm normally on my shit, but Fears is a little tired today. So I'm going to say the Tar Man death is number 7 for sure. All right. Visions, if you got any more suggestions, you keep you get your thinking cap on. Everybody else get your thinking cap on. I don't know why Visions is the only one commenting, you know? I don't know, maybe because it's really late. Normally, like when I do a late stream, only a couple people talk. Because so far, the only people to talk is me, Visions, and D-Man jumped in for a little bit. But that's all right. Because normally I have about 8 or 9 guests, but maybe people are tired, you know, I know I am. And they're just chilling, enjoying the show. Well, I'm glad. I'm glad you guys are enjoying the show. I'm enjoying the show, too. All right, Visions, throw out some more. Let's see, what else? It's always hard. I mean, I always enjoy having these discussions with you, buddy, but it's hard to pick a top 10, you know what I'm saying? Because eventually that top 10 is going to change because I'm going to watch more movies, and then I'll be like, hey, Visions, I don't know if you saw this movie, but oh, God, there was a fucking epic kill in that fucking movie. Oh, I'm going to take this one out and re-add this one to the list and shit, you know? But so far, we're at 7. I'm trying to think. Because, again, I don't think I'm going to add a Michael Myers in there because, really, none of his deaths, none of his kills, as much as I love Michael Myers, his kills are kind of boring. He either strangles people, stabs them with a kitchen knife. He's not really creative like Jason. Jason and Freddy have creative, epic kills. But Michael, he's like a shark. He just was like, oh, what? That girl, boom, you know, kills her with a knife, and then he moves on to the next one. So, I'm trying to think. What else? Oh, we're at 7. I was trying to see if there's any more epic deaths in any of the other Return of the Living Dead. So, Visions, please tell me you've seen the 5th one. Fucking rave to the grave. Fucking Tar Man is partying with college kids at a fucking rave. Then the last shot is him walking down the fucking highway. And I'm like, this is fucking hilarious. Anyway. Oh, that's a good one, Visions. Yeah, 300, where they kicked that one guy down the hole. I'll have to add that to the list. I've seen that. That is a good, because that hole looks like it's an endless, like he's going to endless, like he's, like it's like really deep in that hole. And he falls for like ever. So I think we have to add that to the list. I remember watching that for the first time. Now again, it's been a while since I've seen 300, but I have seen that, and that's an epic death. Let's see, Bad Taste, the Sheep. I've never seen that one. Is that a horror film? Is that a horror film, Visions? I've seen 300, but I've never seen Bad Taste. So I think. What are we? Are we on 7 or 8? Oh, no, 7 was Tar Man. So 8 is definitely 300. All right, let's see. Number 9. I've never seen Bad Taste. I'm trying to think of any more. Let me look over at my DVDs and Blu-rays. Let's see here. You know what? Visions, I think I'm going to have to add in the Braveheart kill. You know, at the end, someone kills Mel Gibson's character, and they're basically like pulling him apart, and you can hear him screaming on camera. So that's a pretty iconic death. They're like pretty much ripping him apart, you know? Because back in the day, there was a lot of ways to kill people. Very painful ways. Like, they used to stone people. I don't know if you know what that is. I've seen it in movies where they just lay someone down and they keep laying stones on their chest until their chest cavity breaks and they die. And I'm like, damn, that must have been a slow, painful death. Then they would hang people, shoot people. Fucking hell, man. Like, I would want it to be over with. I'd be like, no, don't stone me. Just, like, shoot me or just hang me. Get it over with. But that would be like a drawn-out death. No. We're going to make you suffer. And they would lay like 30 or 40 stones on your chest and then kill you. I'd be like, fuck that noise, man. Fuck that noise. Like, kill me right away. I'm like, if you're going to kill me, get it over with. Kill me real quick. Don't fucking stone me to death, you know? Vision says, oh yeah, that's a great one. So yeah, I think we got to add the Braveheart one in there. I mean, they're ripping him apart to shreds. And you can tell that it's painful. And he's like, oh, you know, and he's screaming his head off while he's like trying to tell his family that he loves them. And he's like this ultimate warrior and shit, you know. So I had to think of that one. So that would be number 9. Now we're on number 10. Number 10. I'm trying to think. Let me look at some of my TV things. Because there's been some epic like kills in TV movies too. TV movies, television shows. It's so hard to pick just 10 because there's tons of epic kills in movies. You know what? I would say probably any of the kills of the main character killing off the Terminator. Right, Vision? I mean, we have to address that. Every single time a person took down a Terminator, it's an epic kill. Like in the first one, you know, Kyle puts that bomb, blows the Terminator up. You think he's dead, and then only half of him got destroyed. He's crawling to Sarah Connor. Then Sarah Connor, like, grabs him, puts him in that presser, and she's like, you're a terminated fucker. Pushes the button, crushes him to death. That's in the first one. Then in number 2, then they kill the T-1000. They throw him into liquid metal, in that hot metal, kill him. The third one, I forgot how they killed that. That female Terminator, I think she dies in a fire or some shit, and then in Terminator Salvation, they're killing Terminators all through that shit. Then in the 5th one, the Genesis one, oh god, I forgot how the Terminator gets killed in that one. And then the 6th one, yeah, so, yeah. T2, thumbs up, is the best. Oh yeah, T2's the best. Oh, well, I should say my 2 favorite Visions. You have to acknowledge the first Terminator. I love the first Terminator. I can't, I'll be honest though, I cannot decide what is better. T1 or T2. They're both fucking great. So I think to end this top 10, either one, I don't care. Either when Arnold kills the T-1000 in the hot liquid metal, that's a great kill. Or when Sarah Connor kills the Terminator in the hydraulic press in the first one. Both. Take your pick. Any one of those is number 10 on the top 10 kills in film history. I can't decide. I'll leave it to the fans. Because they're both fucking great, you know what I'm saying? They're both really good. Really good. Vision's like, oh shit! T2, thumbs up. It is. T2 is fucking brilliant. There's not many sequels that Fierce likes, because usually, I'm not saying always, usually sequels suck donkey balls. Usually. There's only a couple of sequels that live up to the original. Like, I'll give you an example. Superman 1 with Christopher Reeves. Fucking legendary. Legendary. Superman 2, It's all right. I do enjoy it, but it's not as good as number one. That's why I hope they never make a Goonies 2. Visions. As much as I'd love to see a Goonies 2, I think that it would just ruin the first one. Goonies 1 is legendary. And you guys are going to see me and Visions next year going to those fucking movie locations. Visions, I kid you not, when we recreate my favorite scene, I just picture Visions looking through looking through the glass window, of your car. I don't care what car we use, Visions, your car, your girlfriend's car. When Visions looks out of the window and he's like, "Fears, let go of the handle." I don't have the handle. Open the lock. It's gonna be fucking legendary. And then I'm gonna find the Goonies intro song, and that's how we're gonna start the vlog, buddy. Oh God, I can't wait. Oh man, Fears is like a little kid in a candy store. I cannot fucking wait. Not only am I gonna hang out with Visions, my buddy, my pal. This is gonna be probably the most legendary hangout of Fears' YouTube career. It's gonna be great. I also want to hang out with Pixel. I'm telling you, Visions, the only thing that would make our hangout better would be if Pixel came along and I got to hang out with Pixel and you. But I'm going to hang out with Visions first and then Pixel. Oh, man. It's gonna be. I got to calm down. It's going to be so good. Because either Sam or Randall called me one day and said, "Fears, are you honestly going to recreate it?" He goes, sometimes you say some stuff and then you never get around to it. And I was like, yeah, fair enough. I'm like, or I say, I'll say it, and then I may not do it right away, but eventually I get around to it. And then Randall started laughing, Vision. He said, "Yeah, Fears, you get around to it like 4 years later." He goes, "Must I remind you, sleepaway camp?" And I was like, Randall, you don't have to remind me of it. I'm like, I wasn't trying to make Visions wait like 2-3 years. Oh, wait, it wasn't 3 years. It was it a year? No, I think it was more than, it was 2 years, right? Because you made the book. That inspired me. After the book, I was like, I feel bad. I'm like, I'm a shitty friend. I'm a shitty friend to Visions, and I'm a shitty friend to the fans. I've got to do this fucking review. I'm like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I'm like, I've made them wait. And it was me being a lazy shit. So yeah, thank God I finally did it. But I told Randall, I said, "Oh no, Randall," I said, "when it comes to the Goonies, we're fucking doing it." I said, "I'm going to bring some props, Randall." And he went, "What do you mean?" I said, "Well," I've already got the fucking skull key. I said, "Maybe for Christmas I'll buy myself the fucking Goonies map." I said, "I'm bringing the Goonies map, and I'm going to try to recreate the scene like where Mikey's like, 'Guys, I'm sure I got a match. I'm sure of it.' The fucking DeBloom scene." But again, I don't think that restaurant is there anymore, Visions. I think they built that restaurant for the movie. The rundown fucking shitty restaurant that they find. I know the rocks are there in Portland. Oh, I'm sorry, in Astoria. I know the rocks are there, and I think the lighthouse is still there, right, Visions? We'll have to find out. But whenever I hold up that DeBloom, we're going to have to find something out, because I remember in the movie, there's 3 things. He's like, the lighthouse, the rock, and the restaurant all fit the DeBloom. That means that the rich stuff is, just over that fucking ridge, or whatever the fuck Mikey says. And then, so yeah, I don't think that restaurant, I think they just built that restaurant. But I know those rocks are always there. Those rocks will always be there. It's going to be tough to find the rocks, but, buddy, when we get down to the beach, we'll find them. Because the internet is a great tool. So either I'll print out all the stuff and bring it with me, or when we get to, I'd rather just find all that stuff in the Lord Visions fucking command center with the 4 fucking screens. I gotta say, Visions, I'm not trying to blow smoke up your ass. I'm just saying it because we're friends. I'm saying it for 2 reasons. 1, we're friends. 2, it's just impressive. Like when Yakov was showing like his, I think Yakov was joking though, because Yakov, he showed a picture of like his computer setup, and he had like 9 or 10 fucking screens. I'm like, Yakov, don't even go there. I'm like, you don't have 9 fucking screens and shit. Visions, on the other hand, he had his keyboard, then he had like his fucking printer off to the left or off to the right, wherever it was. And he's like, "Fears, this is how I usually watch the Fears Man." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" "Oh, I've got 1 screen here and then 2 screens, and then off the fucking right one." I'm like, "Oh, so 4. He's like, oh yeah, Fears. He goes, either me and Mrs. Visions will watch you on the TV, or if she's busy doing, whatever she's doing, I'll go in. I'll go into, not in your office, because you said you just have a laptop in your office. It's in your garage, like where you do all the prints and shit. And I was like, oh, that's what's up. Yo, Triple, what's up, buddy? What's up, dude? Well, Triple, I'm very perturbed right now. What, you just think you can just show up at the last waking fucking moment? And what, we're still cool? You missed the fucking stream. You dumb shit. Visions was here the whole time. Visions is a real fan. You're not a real fucking fan. You think you can just walk in here in the last 2 minutes? Unbelievable. F for presentation. I'm just joking, Triple. I understand. Everyone gets busy. Everyone has lives. Anyway, buddy, how we doing? Good to see you, Triple. I'm joking, Triple. You've been a long-time fan, too. But, Triple, I do have some bad news. I think Pretend Stories is going to be crushed, right? So, Triple, you've talked about this. Pretend Stories has talked about this. You and Pretend Stories have went on about Gator's Dockside, right? I go there, whew, horrible, crap, garbage. I mean, horrible experience. There was flies buzzing around my food. Almost every single table was sticky. And I'm like, don't they, clean these tables after people use them? Apparently not. Because whenever I eat, sometimes I put my elbows on the table, sometimes I don't. Because my mom, she's Mrs. Etiquette. And I know you guys are going to find this hard to believe. I didn't go to etiquette school, but my mom in England, British people are very prim and proper. I don't know when she went to this, but she went to normal school, like grade school, high school, and then she went off to college. But my mom said that she went to etiquette school. So I didn't go to etiquette school, but when I was young, my mom tried to instill her wisdom. So I have great table manners. Usually, every once in a while, I'll foul up and put my elbows on the table. I try not to, but I put my elbows, and I can feel the stickiness off the table, and I'm like, oh God, this is disgusting, But I will say, the food I told Vision, I told everybody else in the chat, the sliders I got, these are amazing sliders. You get 4 sliders, and then my waitress, she was pretty as a peach, super cute, super nice, and she goes, can I make a suggestion? I said, yeah, sure you can. She goes, everybody can get fries, that's one of our sides. She goes, we have some really good tater tots. She goes, I would get the sliders and the tater tots. I said, are they that good? And she goes, oh God, they're phenomenal. And I said, what other sides can you get? She goes, oh, you can get tater tots, you can get French fries. I think the other one, you can get a baked potato or mashed potatoes, and then there was one other side. I said, I do like baked potato, and I do love mashed potatoes, but I said, that does sound good. But I said, you know what? I said, I'll take your advice. I said, I love tater tots. So I said, whenever I can switch it up, because, whenever you get a burger, you always get, burgers and fries. That gets old after a while, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right, yeah, I'll take your advice. So I'm going to Instagram it later. I took pictures of my sliders and my tater tots because they look that fucking good. They were that good. That's the only thing that saved that place, though, Triple. Everything else about that place was horrible. Anyway. Triple says, nah, thank God I didn't recommend it. Not aware of that place. Oh, wait, I thought it's not, you know what? My bad. It wasn't you. It was Pretend Stories. So I know Pretend Stories is going to be crushed because he kept Fears. The babes there, the fucking booze. You got to go to, Gator's Dockside. Guess what? I didn't have any of their booze. I'm sure it was good, but I didn't have any booze. There was no ladies there. No ladies. And I didn't appreciate the sticky tables and the fucking flies buzzing around. It was horrible. The only way I'll go there ever again is if I go to a different Gator's Dockside or if they clean up their act. And yeah, man. Oh, and the bathroom was terrible. It looked like Creature from the Black Lagoon plus fucking 90. I'm like, you need to clean your bathroom more than once a week. Just saying. And again, I'm not trying to be a stickler, but a cleanly bathroom is a key essential thing when you go to a restaurant. I appreciate that. In the same breath of me cussing out, he's got great manners. Well, obviously I was joking, buddy. I try to have good manners. And usually when I'm cursing at you guys, I'm just saying it to make you guys laugh. You know, I love making you guys laugh. I love laughing, and I love to make you guys laugh too. You know I'm just messing with you, Bears. Oh, I know you're messing with me, and I was messing with you. We're good. I'm not mad. You fuck! Just joking, buddy. Just joking. Fierce doesn't get mad on camera a lot anymore. Thank God. But see, now that I said that, like, I guarantee you the trolls are like, not yet, Fierce, but we got a master plan coming. Ho, 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 ho. I can't wait to get Fierce mad on camera. Ha, 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 ha. I'm just waiting for it. So let's hope I'm wrong and that does not happen. But I've been doing really good. I haven't got mad on camera. Normally, they wait and do their fucking tactics and all their idiot bullshit when I'm in the Discord. Then I've gotten that, trust me. The blood has been boiling sometimes when I go into the Discord. Woo! They've got me mad in the Discord. Oh, man. But I've been doing really good not getting mad on camera. Thank God. Because I hated the way I was back in the day. I was a dick back in the day. I couldn't take anyone's advice. I was like, no, fuck you. I know everything. Fuck you. Fuck you. I don't care what you say. I was screaming, going ballistic. Thank God I've grown up a lot. Visions, you wouldn't have wanted to be my friend back in the day. I was screaming, yelling at people, fuck you, fuck this, you motherfucker. I mean, it was bad. Woo-hoo-hoo, it was bad, buddy. So thank God Fears is not like that anymore. I will admit, every once in a while I've gotten mad in the Discord, but that's probably because someone provoked me. But I'm telling you, back in the day, any tiny little thing would set me off. People were afraid to joke with me. Like, literally, I remember back in the day, people would write me. Like, Pixel is a good example. Pixel sometimes would be like, well, Fears, I was going to say this, but I was afraid you'd go nuts on me. Sometimes I would. Sometimes I wouldn't. It depended. And I remember one time I wrote Pixel Visions. I don't remember exactly what I said, Visions, but I said something to the effect of, Pixel, why are you still my friend? And he goes, what do you mean, Fierce? I said, dude, I've freaked out on you 10,000 fucking times. And he went, well, Fierce, when you're not screaming and yelling, you're actually a cool, funny guy. I love bullshitting and talking with you with movies and shit. And he goes, so you have amazing qualities. He goes, I just don't like when, you know, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, like Mr. Hyde Fierce pops out and goes fucking ballistic on people. And I said, yeah, I don't like when that guy comes out either. Because I'm a whole different person. And thank God I'm not that person anymore. But man, I'm telling you, back in the day, I do regret that. Especially when my dad was trying to give me advice. Me and my dad got into so many arguments. As much as I love my dad, as much as we got along a lot, Visions. But then other times, my dad would be trying to tell me something, and I just wouldn't listen, or I didn't agree with it. Now all those fucking stupid arguments could have been avoided. And I'm like, why didn't I just listen to my dad? I'm like, because now he's gone. You know, my dad's gone. He's never coming back. And I so regret every single argument. That's why whenever me and my mom got into an argument like a couple of months back, I said, Mom, we have got to stop arguing. I said, think of Dad. Think of Dad. And my mom's like, oh, she's like, John, I think of your dad every day. I said, so do I. And I said, all these stupid bullshit arguments mean nothing. I said, we can bitch, we can argue, we can do all this shit, but I said, in the end, everyone dies. And I said, they mean nothing. They mean nothing. And my mom's like, yeah. She goes, I agree. I said, we should enjoy each other's time while we have time left. And I said, we should all get along as much as possible. I said, I'm on the phone, Visions. I'm like, I hate drama. I hate arguing. I hate bitching and moaning and all the other bullshit, you know. I'll say it right now. I hate arguing with the trolls. I hate it. But they provoke me sometimes. But I especially hate arguing with friends and especially family members. I hate it. One time, me and my brother got into an argument. Oh, God, we didn't talk for like 5-6 months. Thank God that was like ages ago. But, man, for everybody watching, get along with your family. Get along with your friends. And I'll say it right now. Don't be like the younger Fears. The younger Fears was the worst person ever. I even said it Visions to my buddy Eric. I said, Eric, I put you, Trent, Tom, Jesse through so much shit. He goes, yeah, Fears. He goes, there was a couple of times where I'm like, I probably should walk away. And I'm like, why didn't you? And he's like, because Fears, whenever you weren't mad, you have so many amazing qualities. And I was like, well, I appreciate you sticking in there. Now me and Eric, we're thick and thin, you know. I love Eric to death. I would do anything for my buddy, you know. But, you know, you live and you learn. You make bad choices and you learn from them, you know. Is Fears a perfect human being? No, not at all. I'm always trying to self-improve myself, always trying to be the best version, trying to be the best content creator, trying to be the best. If I can give some wisdom to people, but I wish the adult Fears, I kid you not, Visions, if I could, I would. I wish the adult Fears could time travel back to the younger Fears and go, hey, you're a fucking idiot. Calm the fuck down. Learn how to take a fucking joke. Why are you so fucking mad? Why are you so fucking frustrated? You are a straight up fucking idiot dick. Just shut the fuck up. I would be straight up honest with my younger self and be like, dude, you're not going to have anyone that likes you. You're not going to have anyone that is going to fucking care about you. I was the worst, dude. The worst. But thank God Fears is not like that anymore. But I will say it. Every once in a blue moon, I do get perturbed in the Discord. I've been trying not to get perturbed, but man, sometimes it's only when they make it really personal. Like when the trolls like insult my dad, that'll always piss me off. Because he's my dad, and I love my dad. Or when they death threat me, or they make fun of my family, or making fun of my family, my friends, that really boils my blood, man. Like sometimes I can't take it, but anyway. But to make a long story short, Visions, I am so glad that you never met the younger John Fears. Because I guarantee you, as cool as Visions is, Visions would look 2 seconds at the young John Fears and go, fuck him, I'm not being his friend. Hey, Fears, up your ass. Later, buddy. Peace. Deuce. I'm out. Exit stage right. I know you would, buddy. So I'm so glad you didn't get to meet the younger Fears, because all this shit happened before you joined the community, Visions. So, and I removed, if not all, as many of the old Fears Freakout videos, because I was ashamed of myself. I said, I'm not keeping that crap on my 2 channels. Fuck that noise. Now, I know some of the trolls have got some, like, saved. So I don't know if you've ever seen those saved videos, Visions. I hope not. But anyway. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the live stream. I had a hell of a good time. I gotta say, it was pretty hard. Me and Visions were battling out, trying to do the best 10 deaths. I'm sorry, not deaths. Best kills on camera. It was fun, buddy, but man, was it hard. I was like, there's so many epic kills, on camera. And to pick just 10, because I didn't want to do a classic Fears. You know how, like, when me and Randall are talking, and he's like, Fears, he's like, don't do the classic, well, I can't pick between these 3 or 4. I'm like, no, Fears, don't do that. Pick fucking 10. Pick 10. So it was hard. It's hard, but it's always fun doing those battle discussions with not just Visions, but with the whole community. But if that 10 changes, I'll let you know. But so far, I think we did pretty good. We did pretty good, buddy. We did good. Anyway, I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. I don't know if me and Sam are going to do a live stream tomorrow. I'll ask Sam. I know about a week or 2 ago he said, Fears, he goes, I'll let you know, but he's not digging a live stream. He goes, I'd rather just hang out with you, Fears, and after Axe Throne we can just get drunk and just chill at your house or play a board game or whatever. Or he goes, we can vlog the drunkenness. And I was like, all right. I said, I'm up for whatever, buddy. So let me know. Yep. But now I know we're vlogging. We're vlogging the. I gotta charge all my batteries. I gotta charge my camera tonight because we are vlogging. We're vlogging the axe throwing. So put a 1 in the chat. Do you think Fears will win an axe throwing, or do you think Sam? Sam has the upper advantage because Sam's done it before. Sam knows all the rules. So tonight, before I go to bed, I'm going to Google axe throwing rules. Because I know it's a big-ass target, Visions, and I've watched some online videos. People do it a little differently, but for the most part, it's a huge target that they paint on a piece of wood. And I looked online, they said if you throw the axe right into the red bullseye, that's 100 points. And basically what I read online is each player, so me and Sam, so Sam gets 10 throws, I get 10 throws, and whoever has the most points at the end of those 10 throws is the winner, and then you just go over to the board and take all the axes out, and then you start again. So that's what I read online, but again, different places have different rules and different ways, so I guess we'll find out when we get to the place tomorrow, but I'm excited. So put a 1 in the chat if you think Fears is going to win. Put a 2 in the chat if you think Sam's going to win. But either way, I don't care who wins. I just can't wait to hang out with my buddy. I've not hung out with Sam, like in a big hangout, in like over a month or two. Like we had a little hangout when he came over, and Sam had one drink, and when we were getting kind of tipsy with Tommy NC 2010, which, by the way, that was a legendary hangout. So big shout out to Tommy. Tommy, you are welcome at Casa de Fears anytime you want, buddy. Same thing with Pixels, same thing with Visions. Hopefully you guys, after I come to visit Visions, bring your lady down. Casa de Fears, anytime you guys want. I'll sleep on the couch, and you and Mrs. Visions can take the old Fears bed. Or, if you guys don't want to stay here, there's literally like a hotel like 3 minutes down the road. Kid you not. So, but any fan is, Triple, you're welcome. Any fan is welcome to come hang out with Casa de Fears. That's right. Anyway, I'm taking off. I'm gonna get a shower. I'm hungry. I need because I haven't had dinner yet. I had that Gators lunch at around 2, something like that, 2, 3. Then I was exhausted when I got home. Took a nap before the stream. So now it's 10. So I got to eat, charge all the cameras and all the batteries and all that crap. And then Sam said he's coming over tomorrow at around 4-ish. So I'm going to text him back after I get done with the stream. I'm going to work on some videos tonight. I don't know if it'll be done, but I'm going to try and work on it. And I just uploaded a video on the main channel. I uploaded another one of those Jurassic ones. So let me know. Watch it. Drop a comment. Drop a like. Let me know what you think. Anyway, I'm taking off, guys. But I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your night. Have a great, epic weekend. I want to hear about everyone's weekend on Monday. Let me know. So far, the plans so far for the weekend, come high or hell water, I don't care how drunk me and Sam get on Saturday night, Fears is going to fucking church Sunday morning. I haven't went in a month. I'm fucking going. So there it is. I'm going. So however hungover I get, I don't care. Fears will grab a coffee, whatever it takes. I'm going to church on Sunday. Because I can't let the big guy upstairs down. He's like, Fears, where are you? Where are you? You haven't been here in a month. Do you even care about me, Fears? Do you love me, Fears? Of course I love the big guy upstairs. I love the big guy upstairs, and I feel bad that I haven't went in a month. So, big guy, I'm coming on Sunday. I don't care how hungover I am, or even if I'm not hungover, no excuses. I am going to church on Sunday. That's right. So I've got that, and then I've got the big hangout with Sam tomorrow. So we may do a stream tomorrow. If I don't do a stream with Sam tomorrow night, then I'll do a stream after church. Plus, my surprise guest, I think I'm going to do 2 streams on Sunday. A stream with the fans, and then my surprise guest, she is available Sunday night at 8 o'clock. So I think we're going to do the big interview with my surprise guest that I've been wanting to have on my podcast for quite a while. I think that's going to go down 8 o'clock on Sunday night. I'm really excited about that. So yeah, thanks for the stream. Have a good weekend, Fears. You too, Visions. Visions, let me know. Me and Visions talk almost every day. So Visions, let me know what you and Mrs. Visions, knowing you, buddy, you're such a hard worker. Let me guess. Are you guys gonna go out and do something, or are you gonna work on your prints and all your on all your orders all weekend? Because with Visions, He's either going to do something cool with his family, because Visions is like me. He loves his family and his friends a lot. Like, Visions is always saying that he goes out with his lady or he goes out with his family and does a bunch of stuff, which is fucking cool. Awesome, buddy. But you're also a hard worker, so which is it? Are you going to hang out with your family or friends this weekend, or is it going to be straight up working on orders all weekend? Because it's either one of the two. So, yeah. So, what is it, Visions? A lot of orders this weekend? Or is it going to be a chill weekend? Hopefully it's a chill weekend, man, because you deserve a break, man. You're always working on orders, buddy. Hopefully it's a chill weekend for you. So, yeah. I hope it's a chill weekend for you. Oh, Lord. Vision says, I have quite a bit to do. Should be done tonight, though. Well, that's good. Yeah, get it all done in one night. Then you can enjoy your Saturday and Sunday, either with your lady or with your family or whatever you guys are going to do. And Visions, get ready. Get ready, buddy. The ass kicking is going to lay upon you when Fierce comes. Oh, I haven't forgotten about that mini golf challenge, buddy. Oh, we got to get it on camera. The ultimate, battle of champions. Lord Visions versus Lord Fears. I don't care what mini golf we go to, but dun dun dun, the challenge. I'm throwing the challenge out, buddy. I want to see if you got that mini golf degree. If it's an actual degree. Put those skills to work, buddy. Mrs. Visions can be the ref. The ultimate mini golf challenge. Dun dun dun. In one corner, Fears. The other corner, Visions. Who will win? The battle of wits. The battle of champions. That's right, buddy. That's right. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Hanging out 1 week with Lord Visions. So no orders, Visions, for a week. That's right. Hanging out with Fierce Week. You deserve a break. Tell everybody at exhumevisions.com, hey, I'm going to fuck off for a little while and hang out with my buddy. There it is. Oh, yeah. I cannot wait for mini golf. Because you said there's quite a few mini golf places in Astoria, Portland, all that other places. I'm looking forward to it. All right, I've got to go. I've got to go because I'm hungry. And I think I'm either going to watch this while I'm eating dinner or I'm going to watch this eating dinner. I don't know. I'll probably have to flip a coin because I've seen this. I know this is good, but I've yet to see this. So we'll see. We'll see. All right, well, as always, Fears loves you. Fears cares about you. I'm taking off. Time for some shout-outs before I go. Check out my buddy Randall at his main channel, Cameo Man 2021. Randall, I'm very proud of you for restarting the workout vlogs. Fears has been working out. I probably need to bust out a few workout vlogs myself because... But you know what? I'll be honest. I get such a workout at work because I'm running around with my head cut off on and off the belt. I sweat bullets at work. So I've been losing a lot of weight at work. I need to get back into the gym too. So I've been going only some weeks I go 2 days a week. Sometimes I go 3 days a week at the gym. But we're getting there. We're getting there, buddy. But Randy, I'm very proud of you for not only vlogging again because I like Randall's vlogs. And I told Randall, I said, Randall, they don't always have to be workout vlogs. I said, do other vlogs. I said, do vlogs without me. I said. We always vlog together, but I'm like, if you want to go to the magic shop, get in the car, fucking vlog it up, So, follow Randall's main channel, Cameo Man 2021, and then his second channel, The Mayor of Magic. Randall is a great magician. He is fantastic. So, check out those magic videos. Check out Pixel, Lord of those pylons. Pixel, I'm so glad that you're having a good time in Vegas, buddy. Pixel sent me some pictures of some movie props. I guess in a museum. I don't know where this was. He hasn't responded back to my my Twitter message yet. There was a Freddy glove he showed me, and then there was the face of Billy the Puppet from Saw. And they were encased in glass vision, so I guess he saw these like at some museum. And I was like, oh shit, one of the real faces from Billy the Puppet from the fucking Saw series. I'm like, that's fucking cool. I'm like, that's so cool, man. So I'm glad that Pixel's having a great time in Vegas. Pixel, I wish I was there with you, buddy. So far, it looks like the trip is a blast. So hell yeah, man. But follow Pixel, Lord of those Pylon. It's just pylon after pylon after pylon after pylon with that guy. Follow the Sega Camp Gamer and Wear Camp on Twitch. Basically, he whispered into Fears' ear, "Hey Fears, fuck YouTube. I'm all about Twitch." And I'm like, Sega, do whatever you gotta do. Do whatever makes you happy, buddy. So Twitch it up. Follow my buddy Sam on Egotistical Commando on YouTube and Egotistical Commando on Twitch. Follow Mrs. Immortal, Tinder Immortal on Twitch. And last, but certainly not least, Visions, Lord Visions, www.exhumevisions.com. Buy some cool shit. Why? Because there's cool shit on that website. I've bought many things off that website. And because my buddy, my pal Visions, is a cool, epic, awesome motherfucker. All right, Fears is out of here. But I love you. Fears cares about you. Fears loves you. Signing off. Get ready for an epic weekend. You guys have a wonderful weekend. And this is Fears, signing off. Peace!